Okay, so the next part we're going to do is this nose cartilage right here. And it's kind of in a blind area. You really can't see what you're doing. So you kind of feel on it, and you'll feel it's real soft right here at the end of the bone. And if you stick your knife in that soft area right here, you can see where the knife will actually follow the bone. Same with on the tip. So we'll start down through the tip. We'll cut down through that soft core area. Following the bone like that. Doing it on both sides at the same time. Again, you're just scooping this nose right out. Again, following the bone. This is the bone here. I'm just following the bone. Right out to the end of the nose. Right out to the very end. And I'm just going to follow the bone right out. Just keep going. And it will break loose right there. So I'll have all of the lip. I have all the nose cartilage, which is on the end of the nose. And this is just kind of scooped out there. This is all the bone right here. Now we'll go into the bottom of the lip. Do that real quickly here. Again, just following the edge of the gum line there. That's where the lip needs to be separated from. Separate it right there, and you got it caked out just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is show you how to cut this these antlers off from the skull. So we're going to start at the back of the skull here, about maybe a ½ inch or so from the top edge, about a ½ inch or so down. And we're going to make our cut this way, come down through about the bottom quarter of the eye socket there, leaving 3/4 of the eye socket attached. Come out to the bridge of the nose, and we're going to cut it off right there. So what we'll do that cut right now with the saw, and then we'll show you what we ended up with. Okay, so we've cut the antlers off of the skull now, and you can see we've made our cut from the back of the head here, through the bottom portion of the eye socket, out onto the bridge of the nose, and then we've cut down through the nose this way, and it will come off like that. So now we have both eye sockets, the eye sockets front and back. We have plenty of skull here to bolt down on the mannequin. And now all you got to do is just clean all this meat off, take the brain out and the eyes out, and then you'll be ready to transport this back home. Okay, now you can see that we've taken all of the meat off of the skull here, off the back area here. We've removed the eyes. We've also taken out the brain out of the brain cavity. So now with all that tissue gone off of the skull, we can just go ahead and salt this down, and then the flies will not blow it, there won't get maggots in it, it won't smell bad, and it will just dry out real nice, and then it's ready to pack away when you come home. Okay, just real briefly, I just wanted to show you some tools that we're using. This knife that we use it for skinning, for caping, turning lips, nose, and ears, boning. This is the general knife we use all around, and it's a Buck 102. Real good knife, holds a good edge. Just our opinion, it's something we've been using for the last 20 some odd years. We also take a steel into the field with us. Helps us to turn the ears and keep the knife blade sharpened up. It works real well. To cut the skull off, there's two different saws you can use. We use a Wyoming saw when we're going to go somewhere like Alaska or somewhere out of state where we're going to need to pack in. We'll use this saw. This saw can actually be broken down into about 4 pieces and put in your backpack. We also take a small handsaw like this, a good sharp brand new handsaw, and we'll keep it in our truck. It's not very thick, it's very thin, it's a good flexible blade, and you can make a nice smooth cut on your skull and get that job done pretty easy. So these are the general tools we use. They're not real complex or anything. I think probably the most important tool is back to the buck knife. It's got a nice long, about a 4-inch blade, but a good thin point here to get up under the burl at the base of the antler. That's an important part, so you don't leave any of that skin or meat in there, and it all stays on your cape. So if you get these tools here, these will kind of help you in the field and help you get your deer caped out so that you can present it to your taxidermist in good shape.